My name is Miss Paynes. I'm going to tell you a little bit about the Science GCSE courses that we run here at St Joseph's. As you can see, our intent in the Science department is to develop analytical and curious students who question and understand aspects of the world around them by applying their scientific skills. We do this by offering two different science courses at GCSE, one called Separate Science and one called Combined Science. Whichever course you follow, you will study biology, chemistry and physics topics. But as you can see, the Separate Science course results in 3 GCSE grades, and therefore there is more content and the examinations are longer there in order to determine 3 separate GCSE grades, one for biology, one for chemistry and one for physics. If you study the Combined Science course, again you will do biology, chemistry and physics and will be assessed on those. The exams are slightly shorter and the marks from those exams get combined in order to produce 2 GCSE grades. So if we have a little look at the topics that will be covered, whether you study Combined Science or Separate Science, these are the topics that you will follow through your Year 9, 10 and 11 lessons in science. The only one you will notice is Separate Science only is topic 8 in the physics section. Space physics is only on the Separate Sciences course. Otherwise, the topic titles are the same for each for biology, chemistry and physics within Combined Science and Separate Science. But in order to complete the additional material, there is often more detail and extra lessons within these topics for the Separate Science students. So if we have a little look at how these are assessed, the Combined Science course is assessed through 6 exam papers, 2 for each subject, so 2 biology, 2 chemistry and 2 physics papers. You will notice that paper 1 for each of these is the first half of the course and paper 2 assesses the second half of the course. These exams are an hour and 15 minutes each, and as you can see, they each make up 16.7% of the GCSE grades that you achieve at the end. So they're combined to produce the 2 grades. As well as the content that is examined in the paper, you will also see there are 21 required practicals which must be done throughout the 3 years. These practicals are completed in class and will be assessed in the exams. So at least 15% of the questions in the exams will be regarding the practicals that were completed in the classroom. Similarly, on the Separate Science course, again there are 6 papers, 2 for each biology, chemistry and physics. Again, you will notice that the topics are the same as the Combined Science. Paper 1 covers the first half of the specification and paper 2 covers the second. But you will see here that the examinations are longer at an hour and 45 minutes each, as this is to reflect the additional content that needs to be assessed in these exams. You will also notice there are actually more required practicals here. There are 26 in total in the Separate Science course, 10 for biology, 8 for chemistry and 8 for physics. Again, these will be completed in class but assessed through the examination papers. And then each of those papers are combined to form the GCSE grade. So the biology paper 1 and 2 go together to produce the biology GCSE grade, and so on for chemistry and physics. So how do you decide which of the science course is right for you? As you will have seen on the previous slides, the Separate Science is a more content-driven and harder course to follow. So this is, in order for you to decide, you need to have a look at your current science attainment, what you want to do in the future, and also your work ethic and how much you want to dedicate your time to your science GCSEs. So people who study Separate Science often are people who want to go on to do science A-levels and science courses at university. So you've got to have a keen interest in science and an understanding of the time that is required in order to achieve 3 separate GCSEs. In order to help you with your studies, these are a few of the resources that we have available to you. Every student has a Caboodle login where you can access things like the online textbooks, and there are other resources and assessment resources on there for you to use. We also use the My GCSE Science website, so every student has a login to those, which is full of videos which describe and explain all the aspects of the course, what is covered in each of the papers, and then has questions and practice exam questions with model answers on there too. Finally, additionally, we give students revision guides. These are work that they have revision guide information in them and workbooks as well for students to practice exam questions to get prepared for the exams. So as I mentioned, we do a number of practicals that are required within the course. We also try and build in as many practical opportunities as possible to help students' understanding. So some dissections and modelling can be shown here. If you do have any questions about which science course you should be following, please speak to your science teacher, or you can contact me directly. My email address is there. More information about those courses, including the specification and what will be studied in more detail, can be found on the AQA website. Thank you.